This has to be one of my biggest trades this year so far. We're currently floating about 400 pips in profit. The time of me recording the actual video and then me doing the voiceover might be slightly different, so that's why the numbers might not line up necessarily. As you can see, I think we took this trade on Thursday this week, and we ended up looking for a daily CRT setup, targeting the daily low, and we ended up hitting that. But for this trade, I'm just going to let it run. Seeing as we've got a really good entry in at the top, sometimes it's good to just let your trades run a bit longer, because I don't necessarily need to close out this position. So yeah, we'll see what happens next week. We'll see how the market closes tonight, and then we'll analyse over the weekend, and then we'll look for an exit opportunity. Obviously, we hit our targets, so yeah, we just got to reanalyse and then look for an exit next week. So we're going to go over the exact setup in this video. I'm going to show you my entire thought process, the reasons why we entered the trade, and all the different confirmations. And this is going to be the best fucking video on YouTube to learn how to trade. You forget all the other information out there on YouTube videos. This is the simplest of guides, of videos that you're going to need to make serious money from trading. Because it doesn't take a lot. You don't need a funded account, you just need a live account, personal account. And if you can risk a good amount of your balance, your account is going to grow very, very fast. So I ended up placing 15 lots on the trade on gold. And all we do is we mark out our highs and lows of candles, CRT. So we went for the daily time frame candle here. As you can see, we swept the previous daily high. We marked our CRT high and low on the daily time frame, took out the daily high. We also had a lower time frame CRT as well, being the 4 hour. So this is one of the best confluences for CRT, is not just having one time frame CRT set up, having a higher time frame and a lower time frame. So as you can see, we ended up taking up the daily high, the 4 hour high, and then we ended up closing below on the daily. So first candle, we had the accumulation, second candle manipulation, we closed below the previous daily, and the day after, on Friday, we ended up distributing to the downside. As you can see, we dumped a lot today. So yeah, we ended up hitting all our targets, and just that trade alone was a 20 risk to reward trade, being over 300 pips. It's a lovely, lovely setup. So if we look at the 5 minute time frame, like I said, we had a lower time frame, but if you want to go on the super lower time frame to get your sniper entries, we ended up waiting for a closure below the 5 minute, not slightly above, closure below. So as soon as we got this 5 minute candle closed below the previous 5 minute, took our entry, the stop loss just above the previous 5 minute candle, and then yeah, one stop loss, one target, boys. And this is how you can keep your losses small and your wins big, just by taking these sort of setups. This will work on the 1 hour time frame, 4 hour time frame, daily time frame, weekly time frame, monthly time frame. Every single candle is just a range. So if we look at the weekly time frame at the minute, obviously I'm recording this before market closes, so it'd be interesting to see how the market closes, but I don't expect price to close below the previous week's high, the wick high. So mark out the previous
6 weeks, candle high, which is a 20 risk to reward trade. So if we look at the weekly time frame at the minute, obviously I'm recording this before market closes, so it'd be interesting to see how the market closes, but I don't expect price to close below the previous week's high, the wick high. So mark out the previous week's candle high, which is a
3005. I don't expect price to close below that area, so it's not really going to be a valid CRT for next week. So we can't expect price to dump all the way down to that candle range low. It might happen, but according to CRT and the setups I take, this isn't something I'll be looking at. What I will look for is, depending how this candle's going to close tonight, is if we can get a pullback into this weekly fair value gap, and then we can take a CRT setup of this weekly time frame. So this one that's about to close, we'll look for a CRT setup on this weekly time frame, and this sort of lines up with the next monthly candle coming up as well, because ideally my bias would be to get a nice strong closure of this monthly candle, the current monthly candle, and then we can look for a CRT of that. So I'm going to be looking for my trade to exit in that fair value gap, my current position, try get a buy entry in the fair value gap with a weekly CRT setup, and obviously being two more weeks away before the monthly candle closes, hopefully we get that distribution to the upside, and then we can sweep this monthly's high and look for a CRT for sales. So yeah, that will be my bias for the coming weeks. And yeah, boys, if you want to take more trades like this with me, you can click the link in the description. It'll send you to a page where you can either join the VIP Signal group, it's free for 7 days, or you can just join the Discord and join the community. And yeah, love you boys, I'll see you in the next one.